Oh my gosh. Technically, I understand that it is the beginning of August when this is going up, and a lot of people do go back to school at that time, but I am filming this before going to the cottage. It's July. So I feel excited because I love back to school stuff, but also mildly distraught at the thought of going into the back to school season because it is still summer. And this year, all of my kids are going to school. Yeah, I know, Connor is going to school. I don't even want to think about it. But every year I always see some sort of like back to school content. People have found some really cool things that make their life easier or make their kids' experience better. Whether you have kids going to school or you yourself are going to school, I thought it'd be fun to like test out some stuff and see if anything's worth buying. So if you like this video, I will link last year's at the end of the video so you can go check that out as well. Lots of stuff. We tested lunch stuff, we've tested school supplies, tech stuff, like everything. I'm trying to figure out where to start. I put everything in a box on the floor here. Do I start with the most expensive thing? I think this might be the most expensive thing that I have purchased in a back to school related video. It's expensive, but I'm kind of excited about it. I am both hopeful that it works, but also hopeful it doesn't work. You know what? Let's start with these things because they look awesome. I saw people online talking about squishy pens. That's what it is. They're kind of fidgety, they're kind of fun. I wanted to see what they felt like, how they wrote, what the pen was like, what the experience was like. Are they just fun or are they actually functional? Let's pull some of these guys out. Oh, the dinosaur. Oh my goodness, these are real cute. Oh my gosh. He looks like he's wearing a costume. It's like it's a corgi dressed up as a lion. Oh my gosh, there's an avocado. I'm not even really like a big like cutesy kind of person, but I really would mess with this. This would be awesome. It's millennial core. I like the dinosaur. Oh my gosh, what are you? I can't figure out what this guy is and why he has a sad thing on his head. Can you see this? It's like a seal, but he has like a little dude on the top that's sad. That one I don't understand. I don't know, maybe that one's not very, oh, there's a pig. Lots of options, let's get some paper. Okay, I found some scrap pieces of paper and also a placemat to write on so it doesn't get on my counter. Just in case, you gotta be safe. Okay, so in terms of the actual experience here, they are nice and squishy. I like the fact that this part is more, I was wondering if it was gonna be like full bendy, but I guess that wouldn't make it a very functional pen. There is a pen inside. I was like, what is that? It's got like a little hat on it. The hat is gonna protect it from drying out, I assume. This is nice ink. I'm gonna cursive write Lauren. I was always jealous because Lauren, like the L's and stuff, they just, it was such a fun one. Rachel was just like, I don't know, it's like very aggressive. Although I do like the L's at the end. So it's a very, very thin tip, and obviously because it is very squishy, you have to hold it differently. It takes a little bit of getting used to, I suppose. Also, this is a little bit wiggly. Can I fix that? Oh, I can. Oh, that's better. It was just a little bit wiggly. This is actually really nice. This, I mean, it's not going to the actual thing itself if you're giving this to kids. I can imagine this either becoming a headless dinosaur or getting a lot of scratches on it or them coloring on it or whatever. If you don't care about that, I don't care about that. It's a nice pen. It's kind of fun. I know that not like this. What is this? Is this? Yeah, the paint is chipped off. I mean, it's not perfect. I know not every school allows pens for grades that like I feel like would really appreciate something like this. I think most, at least in the districts that I have seen, they usually write with pencils. I don't see a lot of pens, but if they allow it, or if you just want to have them at home, they're kind of fun. I am gonna give them to my kids, and I will provide some like information down below into their like thoughts on some of them, unless they've like tested them in advance. There is one product that Luke has tested. I guess let's make sure that this one's also nice. Oh yeah. Smooth like butter. Criminal undercover. Yeah. They're great. I love them so much. I didn't have super high hopes for them, but like they're really cute. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about these. Okay, next one, I actually talked about something very similar to this. I think maybe last year. I don't know, I really loved them. They're these joke cards that you can put into your kids' lunches, and they have so many of them, and they're really high quality, they're fantastic. I'm gonna go grab them. Just drop that on the floor. You get 150 joke cards. Like I didn't even get through it all because I'm not consistent at giving it to them. But they were like super cute. I like that it came in a little package. Again, they just have, you know, some cute little jokes on there. Different colors, you can write it on the back. Super fun. These were on the expensive side. Now, granted, you do get a lot of, like, you get 150 of them. That's a lot. But they were on the expensive side. I found some cheaper ones. You don't get as many, but I was curious about the quality of them because maybe you can start out with a couple of them. I am one of those, like, there's September me and then there's June me. They are very different in terms of lunch packing creativity. So I have the cards here. They're a lot more bendy. The other ones are not. Okay, I grabbed one of the other ones so we can kind of compare and contrast like the quality. I'm gonna speak to this because I can already tell something. This feels like something someone did in clip art a little bit. These ones feel very consistent. Like all of them are done the same way. There's a consistency to how like the font, where the joke is on the card, the little picture, that they have consistencies there in terms of the artistry. Everything is done the same way on the back as well. So again, just very similar. Whereas these, it's like, what is that? You can't tell me that every single one of us couldn't do a better job at that. That's straight out of clip art. This is different than this. And what is this font? Why is it so different from this one? Also this one. I don't like how inconsistent these are. They are bigger, which is nice. I do like that. That could be a good thing, but that could also be a bad thing depending on how much space you have in like the lunch boxes. These are fine. I don't know, do they have any good jokes? What do you call a train that sneezes? A choo-choo train. What did the paper say to the pencil? Right on. What do donuts wear to a wedding? Tuxedos. That one's not very good. Unfortunately, I will say that I think that the one with 150 in it is better quality. I think the jokes are better. I like that it's smaller because it'll actually fit in my kid's lunch. Like this will fit. They're not as good. They're fine, 100% fine. If you're looking for something that's just fun, you're like, I don't care. There's probably a couple in here that are fun. It was like 10 bucks and I think I got a $1 off coupon. But if you want 150 of them, these ones are better. I will link both of them so you can kind of compare and choose. Maybe they're on sale, I don't know. But these are not as good as the ones I picked before. So glad we tried them. Let's open this. I don't even remember what this is. This is, ooh, okay. This is a thing that turns on. LED notebook. I saw it and I was like, that's awesome. I mean, let's call it what it is. Shopping for back to school is elite in terms of shopping experiences. It is right up there with shopping for Christmas. Honestly, probably better. For whatever reason, it feels less stressful. It's definitely in the top 2. Please remove protective film. I will. Is it on this side too? It is. Really got that on super good. Okay, I'm not gonna read any instructions and I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna read some instructions and figure it out. Oh, I see it. Okay, let's plug it in. Oh, got really excited there. I appreciate that it has a little wipe thing here so I can wipe off whatever that is. I'm too excited. I will figure this part out later. Markers. Let's do orange. What am I gonna write? I'm gonna write school. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I hope this is showing up the way that I am seeing this. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. I don't understand how this works. There is something happening here. This isn't the most like ergonomic. Can I draw like that instead? Do you need to be on here? Can I write like this first? Is this to take it away? I don't wanna ruin these. Maybe I'll just use paper towel and see if that works. I don't know, I'm sure there's people out here that are like way more creative than I am. I'm just like writing a whole bunch of like random stuff. The pink is probably the weakest one. Let's try yellow. And white? I don't understand how that works. Oh, that's amazing. I'm not gonna lie to you, I am stoked to show this to my children. Stoked, I tell you. Oh, How stinking cute is this? Pretend I am actually creative and wrote something cool. That is so much fun. And just having that on and just like a little doodle thing, is it practical? No. Does it work really well? Yes. Do I want it? Absolutely I do. Okay, now I'm gonna try and wipe it away. Wonder if it has instructions is what I was gonna say. Instructions. Oh, people even have it set up as like a sign, like a little, like at a birthday party or something. So cute. Wow. Okay. Apparently I can use a little bit of water on here and it'll just like wipe away. Maybe I'll take it off of its little stand thing and see if it'll like actually wipe away. Most of the time I test products and like they're not ones that the kids are like super excited about, which is fine. But sometimes I get to do things like this and then I get to surprise them and show them and watch them be like, how did you do that? And like, really, isn't that what parenting is all about? That's the stuff I get excited about. I also found, on the topic of like fun things I found for my kids, there's a website, I'm gonna link it. I will link it. It's like an encoder, like a secret code, and they have to crack. Okay, lunch rush just happened, and I don't remember what I was doing. I do know that I was talking about like a coding thing. Okay, so it's a bunch of symbols and each symbol is attributed to a different letter and then you can make your own code and they have to like solve it and stuff. And Luke thought it was amazing. So anyway, just throwing it out there. And now I have promised Connor that I would test this out so that he can go and play with it. And you'll see why. It is this giant electric pencil sharpener, but not just any pencil sharpener. This will do like different types of sharpening. I don't fully understand. I just know it was expensive and it was a Dinosaur and I was like, I'm sold. It has like different like levels or flattenings. I don't know. I need to open this up and see. All I know is that Connor really wants me to test this. Like, look how cute that is. Also, I need lip gloss. Hang on. Oh, just kidding. He needs to charge. This is why you read instructions first, Rachel. So we'll let him do his thing. But basically, I read into it. Here, I'm gonna unplug it for a second. I looked it up. Basically, it'll do all sorts of different thicknesses of pencils and it'll sharpen it to different needs. So you can either have it like really flat for different like drawing purposes or medium or pointy for fine tip, like a whole bunch of different things, but it needs to charge. So anyway, gonna let it do that. And I'll grab the thing that I actually thought of for Luke in particular, because he loves to replicate drawings that he sees and he uses tracing paper for it from like some of his favorite book series and things like that. So I saw this thing and I thought that would be really cool to, it's supposed to, basically you can set up an iPad or a photo of something or anything. And if you look at the drawing through this, then you can color it through here and it'll be like an exact replica of it, which I thought was really cool. I can see it having a lot of good purposes for, you know, if you're drawing out, for me, I was thinking of, you know, in science class or something and you have to draw out the only thing I can think of, the mitochondria. Powerhouse, you know what I'm saying? But then you can sort of have, I was thinking you could have your textbook there and you could draw it out and it would be like a replicate. That was what I was thinking in my head, while also thinking, hey, this could be really cool for Luke when he's drawing stuff. So I figured we could try a bunch of different things. I have a bunch of these cards, so we might as well try that. So I think you put it like this and you have to look at it here while it's on an angle and then you can draw it. I am curious if you can see through it. Can you see? I'm trying to like tilt it and move it around so maybe you can see it. I can see it. So that's good, but you need to have a light source of some description. And it's faint, like it's not perfect. Where is my pencil? Actually, I'm gonna bring over all of our pencil crayons and stuff because a lot of them need to be sharpened. I don't know if you can tell from some of these, but my children love coloring. This one's good enough. Let's see if I can sketch this. I wonder what this looks like from the overhead camera. You kind of have to know what you're drawing, otherwise you can't see it very well. Like, it's faint. I would not be able to get the text at all. Absolutely not. But like, I mean, it's a reflection. Not bad. Not great though. Ooh, I wonder how it would do with something like this, where it's like the green, you know? That is less good. I wonder if I have to flip this over. Is this better or worse? Doesn't work that way. All right, I did it the first time. All right, well that's good at least. Can I bring it closer? Is that better? I'm gonna say it kind of is. They said to draw at an angle. What did they say? They said they had a very specific way of saying it. Like, first of all, you can kind of see what we're working with here, like this, and then like that, you know? So maybe, you know what, maybe we'll try it this way maybe. They have a picture of it set up like this. Tell me how. You can't see anything through this. Does it have to be like this? It must be in the packaging somewhere. I can't find it. I thought it was online, but anyway, it was basically like draw at an angle with your head slightly tipped, and then you should see it. Technically, I can see it, but I can't draw like this. Oh, there, I can see it really clear here. What about this way? It's not faint at all here, but I'm not left-handed. Okay, I'm gonna pull up a random picture on my phone. I have a picture of an alligator. Now let's see. Okay, that's so annoying. Why does it work and I can see it so clearly this way, and I can't unless I have it almost fully upside down? This is all to say that this kind of works. This would be good if you were learning how to sketch things. I'm thinking for like proportion and stuff like that. Or maybe you have like a favorite cartoon that you're trying to draw or something. I don't know. Big details I can get. Anything that is really small or faint, I won't be able to get at all. How did I do? I mean, it's not the best. I don't think it's worth it. I'm sure you could find something better that would do a better job at it. I wish this was better, and I wish it had like a little bit of a different thing to it. It's almost there, it's just not quite. All right, are you done? Wow, this is industrial. Okay, so this guy opens. Okay, I'm gonna set it to sharp. We have the before. We'll put all the pencils here so you can see. It's also supposed to stop when it like hits the perfect level of sharpened. Oh, it did. I've never seen a sharpener do that before because it kept going and going, and I was like, is this just gonna, oh no, it's okay. All right, let's see medium. Trying to understand how that's medium. We look really close to them. Do they look different? The tips of them? I don't think so. Maybe this one is mildly more flat on top. I thought you had to hold it down because like, I'm thinking of that. Like we have the ones that, you know, you have to turn them. But I ended up buying one because they go through pencils so freaking fast. Bought one of the electrical ones, but you have to hold it down. This one doesn't seem to do that. It's definitely flatter on the top. That's so interesting. Okay, so I guess like I'm gonna write my name with each of them. And this is the medium, and this is the flat. Interesting. So this is fine, medium, and flat, as they call it. You can kind of see along here, they have these different options. That's wild. I don't know what to do with this information, but like, I have a lot of different types of pencil crayons. So this is Crayola. I don't recommend these ones as much for coloring. I really like, this is the Jerome colored pencils. These ones are nice. And also the Amazon ones. I bought a bunch of like Amazon ones for the kids because people were saying that these are on par with some of the really nice, smooth, like buttery pencil crayons. And they're awesome. Here we go, Amazon Basics. These ones right here are actually really, really good. I will link them for you. They're awesome. Dang, that I've never seen a pencil sharpened that way. What is that? That's like a hat. That's a normal sharpening, right? Like that's not just me. What do you do with that? Okay, I'm curious about this one because this one is almost like a rounded triangle. Still did it. This is legitimately unbelievable. It is expensive. I want to be very clear. This is not cheap. I think this ended up being for me, like, I want you to take guesses in your head. It's a sharpener. Okay, everyone have their number in their head. $45. Yeah, no, I was influenced. I needed to try it. People were saying it was good for like classrooms and things like that. I was like, oh, I wonder if like a gift for, you know, the class teacher. I don't know. I like to set them up with supplies at the first day of school. Maybe this is a nice thing. Kind of nice. I think it does. I wonder if it mounts to anything. Like, can you mount it to something? Doesn't look like it, because that would be nice, but you can close it and you can open it. I don't know if this is just, it's too sharp. Like it does almost too good of a job. I'm going to let my children loose on a couple of these and just see what they think and they think of the actual sharpening of it. I feel like if this gave maybe 30% less, I think I would like it more, but it's so expensive. It's so expensive. Oh, I do have an update on the little glowy thing. So they were all very impressed, so I was very pleased. But they were trying to write on it on the stand the way that I was doing it, and they found that to be super frustrating. And some of the markers are better than others. Like the orange one is nice and smooth, but the blue one isn't, and it's kind of thinner, finer, or like a harder tip or something, I don't know. It just doesn't write as well. It does seem to clean off pretty easy. They did enjoy like the process of making it pretty and like artistry and stuff like that. I can't see myself using it frequently enough. However, if I was like in the thick of the toddler era, like birthdays and stuff like that, I think that'd be super fun to have up as like a little birthday sign and things. I think that'd be really cute. Or like fun messages like in the morning or something. But I can also see a world in which those markers are not used in their intended way and would need to be watched carefully. So anyway, that's my 2 cents on it. They did really like the pens, by the way. Big fan of those. Okay, I thought this was really cool. I didn't know this existed. These are erasable highlighters. Where was I needed this so badly? I still need this, to be honest, because I like to highlight. I have like a schedule thing. It's like one of those Amazon tearaway calendar things. Anyway, it's like everything's by a half hour. And so I'll highlight areas so I can kind of block off my time really well. And it just helps me to kind of visualize where I'm spending my time during the day. But sometimes things change and I have to like move things around. And so it would be really nice to have been able to erase those and then change the timing, you know, to highlight or underline. There you go. All right, prove to me. I like the little chisel tip right here. I've never done so many art things in one video before. I like how I'm sitting in the kitchen too, by the way. Just coloring. All right, let's see what happens. I know this is not its intended purpose for, you know, actual coloring. So if I wanted to erase something, I want to make sure I wasn't missing something. I mean, it did erase. Do I need to just do like a light little thing like that? Ah, I see. It doesn't so much erase as I mean, it does erase, but you know what I mean? Like you don't erase it. I got you, okay. It is a very dark highlight, this one in particular. While it does highlight on a flat side and you can also point for like underlining, it's not super thick. I kind of wish it was a little bit thicker. I mean, technically, it did erase that. That is for sure what happened. How is that highlight though? These are just straight up markers. You cannot tell me that this is a highlighter. So it's always gonna leave a little bit of a tint on your page in whatever undertone you were going for. So like you can see a little bit of the blue, a little bit of like a yellowy tinge to the page. It's not perfect. However, maybe it doesn't need to be. If you're just like taking notes or whatever and you highlighted the wrong word, like, sure, that's better than not. However, these are just too dark for highlighting. Okay, that is a highlighter, okay? This is a marker, this is a highlighter. I'm curious how this one, I'm trying not to like ruin all of the little markery things. How does this one erase? Is this better? Yeah, it's about the same. And it does make your page also a little bit wet because obviously it has like a thing in it that's gonna cancel out the color. It dries down, which is good, but again, it's drying it into like this little bit of a tint. So something to keep in mind, it is technically erasable. Depends on how pristine you want it to look after. Also, they're too dark. These need to be way lighter. All right, I think we need to bring out the most expensive product that I have tested in the back to school world. And that is this guy. I am sure you have seen people talking about this on the internet. It's basically a calendar computer screen and it syncs up to like Google or Outlook or whatever system you're using. And you can have little like task lists and stuff and the kids can like click them off and whatever. That's what I saw. And I was like, that's really cool and probably very helpful given the season, because as the kids get older and they start getting into more after school activities, there's a lot more coordination that has to be involved in terms of like who's going where at what time, when are we coming back, who's doing dinner, like those kinds of things. So I want to set all this stuff up, but I feel like I need to give this like a good week to see how useful it actually is and what the pros and cons are. Hello, organization. Hello, organization indeed. I think I have the Skylight frame app already, which is brilliant. Because I got one of those frames for my mother-in-law and also for Chris's grandparents as well. Oh my gosh, there's like a quick start guide. You can add photos. Oh my gosh, this is incredible. Okay, give me a minute to set this up. Okay, I have it set up. It's not connected to any of my calendars or anything, but I wanted to like move through it with you. Ooh, assign chores to categories. Create a new category to assign chores to. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna add myself. I will be red. Christopher will be green. Together, we will be Christmas. Okay, I'm gonna add everyone. I mean, I can do this later. I guess I don't need to do this right this minute, but I'm really excited. Oh, and then we have to add chores on here. That sounds cumbersome. Can I add them from other places? Like, could I log on my computer or something? Christopher, look! Look what I did. I made a, chores for people. Well, I haven't made the chores for people yet, but I can assign chores to people. And I can do a calendar, and you have the people up at the top. I feel like I chose the colors appropriately.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you recognize this type of device though?
Tablet?
Yes, Christopher, I meant the brand.
Oh, is it the frame one?
Yeah. So it goes in that same thing. So I can go through and I can assign chores to everyone.
Okay.
And then when people have done them, they just click them. And then it's like crossed off. You do meals. Apparently this is
cornflakes.
Yeah. I like it.
Nice.
Church breakfast on Sunday.
Nice.
Love
okay.
it.
Yeah.
Then you can just
Cookies, blue package.
How does it know?
This really like escalates. So you got your Oreos, you got unknown cookies,
Not
a banana,
blue package.
and then you're making a stroopwafel.
We went all over the place.
We party on Thursday.
Why didn't we eat lunch on Tuesday? Is it because I had pancakes? I guess I have to go here. Next, tap on one or more meal times to add a meal. You can just go through and you just put it all in there. Oh, you hate that so much. Christopher likes to
what I hate.
fly by the seat of his pants.
No, I'm not even looking at it. I'm fixated on the way they spelled muesli.
Oh, where's the E?
Yes, where's the E? That's musli. Is that like the German or something like?
Are we thinking the American way? I don't know.
I
Tell me if it's an
should
E.
have an E.
And then photos and lists.
Hang on, one more thing. Lunch. Okay, lunch here.
Yeah.
What's lunch on Saturday?
What is it?
Saturday's lunch is chocolate sprinkles.
Well, now they're just messing with me because then you have an apple at the end of the day. Whose Saturday is this?
I mean, okay, that's cool.
It's cool.
Yep. Copy editor could have done a little bit more time on that, but.
Well, on the one thing, unless we have mistaken the spelling. Maybe that is
no,
the
I'm fixating on the chocolate sprinkles for lunch.
Oh no, that's marketing ploy. That's like, look how sassy we are.
Oh, okay.
It was a joke. It was a joke. Christopher didn't like your joke. And then you just tap through and you can add recipes, which is kind of cool.
Yep. Is there like a companion phone app that you can?
Yeah, it's the same one as the one we use.
Yep.
Like, actually, I'm curious. So you can see, it's all on here. Christopher, what are you adding? Don't add chocolate sprinkles.
Breakfast on Sunday. No. Pretty cool.
Very cool. Very expensive.
Is it? Yeah.
Very expensive. But I can see the kids getting really excited about this.
What's up with that? Our camera?
Probably. I'm gonna figure out what that camera does. I'm gonna set this up for the week, and then we will talk again about how this went. Because it's very cool like this, but I want to see it actually in action. And would I actually use something like this?
Yeah, I'm curious, like, how would this compare to, I assume there are, iPad apps or whatever that replicate this.
For sure.
How would this compare to just having that on your tablet and, setting it up somewhere?
That's the thing, right? Like, this is just that.
Right.
You can mount it to the wall and it's just like an ongoing, or you can have it kind of set up like a picture frame type thing.
Right.
And that's the only use for it. So you don't have to like go in and out. You can just sort of see it on the screen all the time. I'm gonna fiddle around with this, but it's pretty cool, right?
It is cool.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Well,
We'll see how it goes this
keep
week.
you posted.
Cool.
Okay, 2-week update. So first things first, you can't really do a lot on the part on the computer. Like you can log in on the computer, but like there's not a lot of functionality there. And the functionality that is on the calendar itself, like the actual physical thing, is different than what's written in the app on your phone versus what's on the computer. Like there's no consistency. So like you have to go into, like I forget, like add an event in order to add like a chore or whatever it is. Whereas you can just add it through like chores on the app on your phone. So it's like little things like that I found kind of annoying. However, in terms of the actual updating it from the phone to the physical calendar itself, like it does it quite quickly, like within a couple of seconds. I like that you can drag and drop like meals that you really like. You can throw them in there. The kids liked kind of going through it and everything, so that made it easy. But if you're using it for the purpose of your children to, you know, be able to do their chores and see them and do all, you have to think about the kind of child that you have. I think that's very important because, okay, first of all, the first one can't read. So, I mean, he has no idea what's going on. He likes to press the button though. He just will tick all of them off, all of them. Then I have one that really enjoys the system, down to a science, knows when he's going to go through and whatever. The other one forgets. So it's not super helpful when only one of them really gets a lot of use out of it. So I think that's a really important part to it. Now, if you have a lot of like, you know, competing schedules and having the calendar on there is helpful. Oh, that's another thing. If you use like Google Calendar, for example, everything that I imported off of my phone, it went under me. So then everything in the calendar was under my name. And so whether it was like sports they were doing or whatever, like everything was under my name, which was kind of annoying. I couldn't easily take like a group of activities, like if they had a specific type of lesson, I couldn't lump that all under Julia and Luke or whatever. And it made it like its own person in like the commands thing. So I just renamed it to family. So that kind of worked, I guess. For me, I would really appreciate if there was consistency across all of them. I would love to be able to do more functionality on the computer to update it there. That would be huge. And I wish that there was more of like a kind of a sound or like a click or like a button thing when you tick off a chore or whatever it is. It calls it something different on the actual calendar. But when you check that off, it would be really helpful, I think, to have that because it's really hard to tell. Like it just kind of disappears and then you have this little spot on the top that like adds up all the what % done you are, that kind of thing. And it doesn't make it super clear that you've ticked it off unless you can like read it. So that's another thing. So like little things here and there. So hopefully that helps you in kind of making a decision. I think overall, like it's a good product. There are just some things that I wish were different for my family. All right, what else we got here? I like how this buddy's just hanging out in the corner, just watching the video. The next item looked very interesting to me. And I want to know how useful it actually is and how fidgety it is because it is a fidget pens. Would have been really cool growing up, but fine, whatever. Oh, cool. And then here's the pen part, open at the back. Just really working off a hope and a prayer there. So in this, apparently, high quality refill times 3. Oh, these are refills. Wow, okay. Steel balls, don't know what those are for. Pen covers, seems pretty obvious. Pen nib, capacitor head, clip, and then the cylinders. All right, interesting. Don't put it with your phone, a magnet card, passports, or other magnetic things. Don't put it next to a TV. Don't put it close to electric medical devices. And I guess the body of the pen is connected by the suction of the magnet. The writing force should be lighter than that of an ordinary pen. Okie dokie. So what do I do now? Oh, there it is. How do you do this? I need more instructions than that. Okay, no instructions. Good. So my assumption is that you have to take out, oh my gosh, that is a strong magnet. Move my phone away. That's okay, this is what I'm trying to understand. So I assume you can't fiddle with this if the pen is in it. So you have to take the pen out in order to mess with it. And then from there, you can build things. This is a much better magnet than whatever remember that other stuff, that sand? I forget what it was. That had no magnet to it. Okay, well now I wanna try and make the balloon animal. Literally have to take everything apart. That's aggressive. This to me does not seem worthwhile, because like, where are you going to store all this stuff and actually use it as a magnet? These are the questions that I have, because this doesn't make any sense to me. I'm gonna make this dog though. No one can stop me. Oh my goodness, it's aggressive. Okay, there we go. Ah, can you even make it as an animal, or is it just going to freak out? I made a little animal guy. Ta-da! I mean, he's cute, but like super impractical, because now I have to put it together to use the pen, and I would never do that because now he's my buddy. This is silly. This is just get a fidget toy and a pen. Also, apparently, when I was looking this up as like for the directions and stuff, apparently it breaks very easily if you drop it. So that's not great. So would I recommend this? No, I would not. This is just a silly thing that you just don't need. You don't need this in your life. Okay, this one I saw, and the guy that was using it was talking about how this is like the greatest pencil to ever exist, because it basically, I don't know how to explain it. It like self-sharpens based on where the angle is in the pen or something. It has a little motor inside of it. This is insanely well reviewed for a single pencil. Okay, listen to this. It automatically rotates the pencil lead as you write. So every time you lift the pencil up, it twists down some more so that you can have uniform wear of the pencil lead, and it twists it to where it needs to be. Apparently you're gonna experience a lot less breakage with it, which is great. Again, this is a single pencil. I'm used to buying them in bulk. So let's find out what's so special about this pencil. I mean, first of all, it looks very pretty. I will give it that. I don't understand. Is it gonna do something? Do I have to do something? Is it so subtle that I'm not noticing when it's turning? Apparently it's automatically rotating the pencil as I write. I do have to click it down. It's a very smooth pencil. There's no like scritchiness that I find, you know, I say scratchiness, you know. Scratchiness, you know. From using some pencils, this is very like buttery smooth. See, now the circle is back. I don't know if you can see that, but the circle was gone and now it is back again. So I don't know if that means that it's rotating it and now it's back to where it was originally. That's so interesting. I mean, it's flat on the top. This is wild. The weightedness of this is so specific. It is weighted more heavily at the front, but it feels more balanced that way, I guess, is the best way I can describe it. Like, it's a nice balance to it. I don't like how scratchy this is. I feel like that will annoy me over time. Wish this was like a little less, it's not scratchy, but it just like has a bit of a texture to it. But I can see that this would not break as frequently unless you have small children that are just gonna go like this to it. So maybe not for them, but if you're looking for an upgrade to your pencil experience and you write a lot with pencil, this is, I mean, it feels really nice. Let me know in the comments if you are going back to school, or if you have kids that are going back to school, or nieces and nephews, or someone in your life, and if any of these sort of intrigue you, or if that you've purchased them before. Also, if you have any recommendations for things for back to school, let a girl know. I do have one. Yeah, I want to share it with you. It's so good, okay? I think I talked about this in another video, like very briefly, but if you are in the hunt for a good pen, may I introduce to you this one. It's the Z Grip or Z Grip Flight. These pens are elite, and I have tried some of the most, like the nicest pens or the most popular pens on Amazon, and these ones are my favorite. They are so buttery soft and like smooth for writing, but they're awesome. They're awesome, awesome, awesome pens. So yeah, I wanted to share that with you, but let me know if there's anything for back to school that you really enjoy. Leave a comment down below. Give this video a thumbs up so I know that you like these kinds of like testing out different products kinds of videos, and I will put some more on the side in case you're interested. I hope you're having an absolutely fantastic day. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys again next week.